Hey everyone, this amazing ESO Network show is brought to you by our fine sponsor, Amazon.com. Please remember to shop Amazon for all your geeky needs, no matter what time of the year it is. All you need to do is go to esopodcast.com/ESO Amazon, or click on the Amazon banner on the ESO Network webpage to go to our e-store. It's the best way to shop and the best way to support this program, and it doesn't cost you anything extra. Okay, that's enough of me babbling for now. Now on with your regular scheduled show.
Are you ready to rock?
This is where the world of pop culture and talk collide.
Hey, how you doing, kids?
This is the Adam and JP Show.
Hey, it's the Adam and JP Show. I'm Jay Patrick. That's Adam.
Hey, we're doing the old opener now?
Yeah, you're in your grand old game room shirt.
It's true.
I actually wanted to do it this way so I could remind myself to say right at the beginning of the show, give the Adam and JP Show a 5-star rating and review on iTunes.
Yeah, do that.
It'd be greatly appreciated.
And always check us out on Facebook.com/AdamandJP as well. And AdamandJP.com. Everything Adam and JP.
We are going into the holiday season, so you're going to be around friends, you're going to be around family. It would be a great time to bring more people into the Adam and JP fold.
That is true.
I mean, if you told one person.
And they told someone.
And then they told someone.
And they told someone.
Imagine the downloads we would have.
Was that a Tide commercial? What was that?
Okay, sure.
You know the old commercial, and they told someone, and they told someone? You don't remember that?
Mm-mm.
Wow.
No.
Really?
But I do remember Pepperidge Farms remembers.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What is that?
You remember
Pepperidge Farms, this is your life.
Pepperidge Farms. You don't remember?
No, I have no idea.
The old Pepperidge Farms commercial?
No, I have no idea.
What about the Sara Lee commercial?
No. So, question on that. The jingle for Sara Lee?
Nobody doesn't like Sara Lee.
So it's nobody doesn't like? That was my question. Is it a double negative there? Nobody doesn't like. Is it nobody doesn't like?
Or maybe it's nobody doesn't like Sara Lee.
I've lived 30 plus years of. I have no idea. I could Google that, but that kills the fun. I've never known if it's.
I always thought it was nobody doesn't like Sara Lee.
That's possible, but it's a double negative. That's bad grammar in a nationwide jingle. Nobody does it like Sara Lee. It makes more sense, but I think most people think it's nobody doesn't like. This is a Berenstain Bears time, isn't it?
Oh, you know what? I gotta look.
Don't
this
do
up.
it. No. It's not fun.
Nobody doesn't like Sara Lee.
See, Google
Nobody
kills everything.
doesn't like. I don't know.
It worked this week. I'm listening to Christmas music and I asked someone, "Who the hell is Parson Brown?" You know that classic Christmas song, Parson Brown.
He was an old actor, right?
No, I assume so. But this person tells me that it's hardcore into their church that a parson is like another word, a term for a pastor, and so that Parson Brown works at the church.
What?
Yeah.
I don't believe this. You know, Parson Brown from the church.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look that up as well. I didn't want to. I didn't want to kill the magic and fun, but now I have to look it up. Parson Brown.
Oh well, yeah. I solved the Sara Lee riddle.
Okay, is it doesn't like or does it like?
Sara Lee is also the brand name of a number of frozen and packaged foods, often known for a long-running slogan, "Everybody doesn't like something, but nobody doesn't like Sara Lee." Often incorrectly reported as "nobody doesn't like Sara Lee."
Nice, okay.
So
it is the double negative.
Yeah, but nobody doesn't like Sara Lee, which is correct.
If you're using double negatives, you're not supposed to. I don't not like that.
Does not. Right. Nobody does not like.
Right.
You have to say it like that.
That's still a double negative. I mean, as far as the English language, it's frowned upon.
It's the nobody that's the problem.
Yeah, because nobody, no, and not, two negatives, and it's a double negative.
So
it should be everybody like Sara Lee.
Everybody doesn't like something. Right. But nobody doesn't like Sara Lee.
That makes no sense. I'll go with it, Sara Lee, people.
All right. Parson Brown.
Parson Brown, you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Is the term used to talk about a typical priest of the 18th and 19th centuries. Parson Brown is not an actual person, though he might have been at some time, but a figure of speech like John Doe is an unidentified male and Charlie is a watchman. Parson by itself means minister. So Parson Brown is like Joe Schmo preacher.
Like Parson is the title.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Brown is the last name.
I had no idea this whole time. I just assumed Parson Brown is...
And pretend that he is Parson Brown.
That makes no sense. Why would you make a snowman a preacher?
But then look at the lyrics to follow that. Are you married? Then we'll say no, man. Oh, but you can do... So Parson Brown is asking, are you married? And then we'll say no, man. And he says... then he can do the job when you're in town.
Oh, wow, that's pretty deep.
So you're going to the snowman
to be married.
To be married.
Falsely. Wow.
In a weird winter psychotic dream.
Hey, speaking of a Parson
Later
Brown,
on, we'll conspire.
I got my marriage license today. That was
congratulations.
That's an adventure.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
So, well, that answers a question I've always wanted to know.
What's that?
You know, if you have to have if you have to get another one.
You do. Yes, you do.
I've always wondered.
You do have to. They didn't believe my father had no middle name. You have to provide all that information of your parents, where they were born.
Uh-huh.
My dad has no middle name.
Is it Parson?
It's not Parson. They were like, what? There's no... I'm like, no, he has no middle name.
Nope, no middle name.
Yeah, weird, huh? I think back in the 40s, I guess.
My niece has 4 names.
Really?
Which always runs her into problems.
Why 4?
It was a choice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
She's like a princess.
Yeah, kind of. Well,
What?
no, believe me. She feels the same way.
Now, she has a sister. Does the sister have 4 names as well?
Nope.
Whoa.
Nope.
Well, that's going to make the other one feel bad.
Well, I think so many problems came up with the 4 names.
The old 3-name sister, huh?
By the time her younger sister came along,
Yeah.
they're like, we're not doing this again.
Are they all family surnames?
No.
Wow.
Mm-mm. Well, one is. Yeah. No.
Is it hyphenated?
No hyphen.
Wow. No.
Yeah. Just 4 long names.
To not bring out the creepers, I'm going to ask you off of Mike what those are. Now I'm curious.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
I'm very curious.
Uh-huh.
I got pulled over today for the first time in years.
Oh, congratulations. Did you show him your new freshly printed
No, I was on my way
minted
there. On my way there
wedding license?
to get that. And thankfully, less than 90 seconds before he pulled me over, I had no shirt on in my car. Thankfully, it worked out the way it did.
I'm more interested in the story why you didn't have a shirt.
So I have to leave work at a certain time. I had to rush from work, straight from work, to get the marriage license. And this office closed at a certain time far away in the Nashville area. So I had to kind of change clothes in my car on the way there. You ever change clothes while you're driving?
While you're driving? No.
Yeah.
Never have.
And so there I am, and I'm trying to type it out properly, but our town has a lot of small little traffic lights, stop and go. And so there's a point in time there where I am there with no shirt on in my car, and a little school bus pulls up next to me. Like, son of a... Man, this is borderline illegal.
Were the kids pointing and laughing?
Nah, I try not to look. I try to quickly...
They were trying not to look either.
Because I unbuttoned my shirt and had to put a T-shirt on over that while I'm driving, and 90 seconds later I'm pulled over. I'm like, well, this is it. This is the end of it all.
So you thought you might have been
Yeah,
pulled over
yeah.
because you were shirtless beside a school bus.
I thought so, maybe.
Huh.
Yeah, but luckily it was I failed to yield. I think the guy was bored.
The cop?
Yeah, what I did, I saw no problem with.
Well, let's go through the scenario.
Okay.
You're taking your clothes off while you're driving.
No, when he pulled me over, I was fully clothed.
I know, but you're driving along.
Right,
You're
yeah.
taking your clothes off.
Yeah.
School bus goes by.
Yeah.
Clearly your mind's not on the road. It's possible that you didn't yield.
So I didn't yield.
Well, where was it that you didn't yield? Like, what's the scenario here?
I'll state kind of specifically for you, near your house, getting on the interstate.
Okay.
Does that make sense then?
Getting on the interstate.
Yeah. Getting on the 840 interstate. We'll say that.
So, getting on 840.
Yeah. And so
you didn't yield for traffic coming across.
I'm taking a right going there.
Yeah.
Everyone has a green light. The whole
But
town,
there's a yield sign
The
there.
whole town's got a green light.
It says right turn must yield.
Yeah. Well, what isn't a yield? Define yield for me.
If a car is coming across the intersection
Yeah.
and you're coming to that little half circle
Yeah.
to get onto the freeway,
Yeah.
you have to yield and let the car go past
Well,
you.
here's where you and the cop agreed, and where I can't backtalk him, I'm going to backtalk you a little bit. Because it wasn't coming across. They weren't driving straight. They're taking a left turn, coming from the opposite direction. So as I'm yielding to the right, they're yielding to the left. And I'm in the mindset that if everyone has a green light and the left turn is turning on green, the left turn is also yielding as well. So at that point, we're yielding upon a yield. And I was ahead of him, so shouldn't have had the right of way. In my head, that's what happened. There was no squealing of brakes, no peeling out. I just drove normal speed. And the guy was, like I said, I think it was a boring day for the cop. I got off scot-free.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. I gave him, I'm going to get my marriage license, give him that whole spiel.
Yeah, and he's like, congratulations.
Yeah, he asked a lot of questions. I think he was trying to catch me in a lie.
Uh-huh.
He's like, yeah, where are you going?
Well, you look like a drug dealer.
Which county?
And you didn't have a shirt on.
And the seat next to me, the passenger seat, was,
just a bunch of clothes.
Yeah, a bunch of clothes and, backpacks and shoes. And that's like a hobo.
He thought you were a drug dealer.
Probably so. But he asked me questions. Do I have any...
What car were you in?
My
like
white car.
The little car?
No,
or
the normal, yeah. He asked if I had any outstanding warrants or probation. Like,
and
no.
you said not that you're aware of.
Yeah, and he asked if I have any tickets in the past while. I've never had one speeding ticket in my life ever.
Really?
Not one. Yeah.
Congratulations.
I'm like, no. I'm like, just check that record and get me out of here.
Uh-huh.
But he went and back checked, gave me a warning. But does that make sense? That traffic scenario? I'm aware I was in the wrong, but enough for a pullover.
I mean, you did break the law.
Green lights both ways, going straight, okay?
Yeah.
I'm yielding right. The person coming the opposite direction is turning left into the same lane I am. I feel like we both should yield for each other, and I was just ahead of him.
No, but you
Suck
have
on that.
the sign that says you have to yield.
But he has a green light.
He's
not
got
with
a
an
green arrow.
No green arrow, because
green.
there are green lights in both directions.
Okay, so
he had a
but
green
he still
light.
has the green light.
But isn't a left turn on a green a yield at that?
Oh, it's easier for you to yield.
I think we're both yielding, and I was ahead of him, and he should suck it up. Like I said, there were no
But I
breaks.
do that same thing there all the time.
I don't know. I just thought that was kind of odd.
Yeah.
He's put his lights on. I'm like, sure, it's not for me.
Yeah.
That's for me.
So when the school bus went by you, it was like on that 2-lane highway.
Yeah.
Like a small town school bus.
Yeah. You know, right before the gas station there. They turned into the school, and I
Wow.
was going straight. I'm just like, dum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum.
That's fantastic.
So, yeah, that happened.
So you've had a big day.
I have, yeah.
And the countdown is on.
It is, yeah.
You are
it's here.
a week away
A week out.
from being married.
Yeah.
And marriage bliss.
Yeah.
Is that the word I'm looking for?
Was that a question mark?
No, marital bliss.
Marital bliss, yeah.
That's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
That's it. No, there's no question mark.
Yeah.
Are you going to be in marital bliss?
Yeah.
I don't know. Only time will tell.
Have you had a speeding ticket?
I haven't had a speeding ticket since 2004.
Mm-hmm.
So wow,
Yeah, there you go.
I'm on quite a
You're in a good streak.
streak. But that was a doozy.
Yeah.
I was going 50 in a 35 zone, 50 or 55 in a 35 zone.
Mm-hmm.
My license plate was expired.
Yeah.
And I didn't have proof of insurance in the car.
Oh, wow.
That's not true. I just lied to you. I got pulled over 2 years ago.
Ah.
Yeah.
What were you doing then? No shirt?
Well, I wasn't wearing pants, which was a little harder to explain.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the same thing. It was like a 45 zone, and I was going 60.
Wow.
But once again, didn't have the proof of insurance on my car.
Right.
So I had to go to court and just showed proof of insurance and paid the speeding ticket.
I feel I feel like a grandpa. You've seen the other car I drive sometimes, and I get pulled over in another car not yielding.
Well, that's because all the cops are in bed when you're
That's true.
spinning the tires in that car leaving my house. All right, see you next week.
It doesn't happen so often.
Then sometimes you drive past, like, you make a right turn out of my driveway that takes you further down the street
Yeah.
and not back towards the main road.
Right.
And so I'll watch you go to the end, and I always think I'm in that last scene in Back to the Future when Doc Brown gets in the DeLorean. I don't think you have enough road to get up to 88. And you have to back out. And one day, I just expect you to disappear in a blue lightning flash. Well, there goes Adam. To 2015.
Yay. That's fun, though. But yeah, that was scary to have those lights behind me. I felt like a delinquent.
Whoop, whoop.
But like I said, he was trying to catch me in a lie.
They always try to catch you in a lie.
Well, he was like, "Where you go?" I yielded. I didn't properly slow down enough to yield. It's not like I just stabbed someone in the streets and tried to get away. What's he trying to do?
Let me put this in recent terms you can understand.
Yeah.
I think for not all members of law enforcement, but I think for some that may be bored on a random Thursday, it's like playing roulette. Like you can put the $1 down on black, 2, and you'll make, $30-something. Or you can put the $2 down, and you can make 70.
Right.
You can make 35 or you can make 70. Well, they can pull you over and give you the one ticket, but who knows?
It's possible.
Lady luck might shine down and
Yeah.
you're a drug dealer.
It's possible, yeah.
And now the city coffers are filling up on your money.
He was asking what county I'm getting married in. Like stuff like, because, I guess to see where I was going, I don't know, it's weird.
Yeah. And
Stuff
you
like
said
that.
Davidson?
Yeah, that's where I'm going.
I'm getting married in Nashville, Tennessee?
Yeah, had all kinds of questions like that. It was weird.
We just returned from your bachelor party.
Oh, yeah.
How much fun was that?
That was really awesome.
It was like a 2-day event.
Yeah.
I was so tired.
I'm sure.
I was so tired.
You went to bed
Sunday
morning.
Sunday morning.
At what, 6:30 a.m.?
6 a.m.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty
I couldn't leave the roulette table. I was on a streak.
You were doing a pretty good job.
I was doing a great job.
Yeah.
I wanted to leave, but they wouldn't stop giving me their money.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit here all night. And I did. That's when I do the best.
Yeah.
I can't do good at a full table. And it has to just kind of be me and the dealer.
Yeah.
But how'd you do?
Pretty all right. I plan to I had very, very little amount of money to spend because of stuff I've spent and other things for the wedding and the honeymoon. So I went there, small amount of money, and I came home with probably $45 in profit over that.
Nice.
That's fine. I mean,
hey, you come back with $2 extra than you went down with.
Exactly.
You've done good.
I was fine. I was good with that.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather have more money to kind of play around with, but for what I had, I was pleased with that.
I don't know. It was 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, sitting at the roulette table. Mm-hmm. There's one other guy playing with me.
Yeah.
And I was on this streak where I would put the chips out and I wouldn't hit. Then I'd put the chips out and I would hit that one. And then I'd put the chips out and maybe not hit. And then so I was hitting almost every other time.
Nice.
I was hitting something.
That's good in roulette.
And the guy next to me, he started playing about the same time I did. And he wasn't hitting anything. So I would hit, she'd be like, 70 out, 20 over green, whatever the terms the dealers use. Uh-huh. And she'd, give me the chips that I just won. And so this happens, 3-4 times. And he's like, hey, how come you can't hit anything that I put my chips on? And she says, well, why don't you just put your chips on the one that he's putting his chips on? Because he seems to be doing okay. Uh-huh. He's like, I ain't playing that way. Puts the chips out. I hit again. He does it. Wow. He just walked away from the table.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I felt bad, but it felt so good.
I do enjoy how the dealers at the casinos we go to seem like they're on your side. Mm-hmm. That's good.
That's always the case.
They want you to win.
I mean, if you win, you're probably going to tip them.
Right, yeah.
So why wouldn't they want you to win?
Yeah.
Like that roulette dealer made a lot of money off me.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious of the
because if I win big, I tip big.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they only do what, like 15 minutes on, 15 minutes off?
Is that what it is?
Something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it seemed that way. Because it was the same two dealers that would come back and forth. And one would be there for like 15, 20 minutes, then she would leave, and the other one would come in for like 15, 20 minutes.
It's got to be a nerve-wracking job. I think so.
I don't know. She was telling me, she said that when she first started at that casino, that she had read that you could actually manipulate the ball.
Yeah.
Were you sitting there when she was telling you that?
Yeah.
Was that the next day? Maybe that was the next
day.
It all runs together.
That was.
And she said that, when she would have an empty table, that she would practice it.
Yeah.
Try to manipulate how she would spin the ball and when she would put it on the wheel.
Yeah.
To see what, she would pick a number out and see how close she could get to that number.
It's got to be impossible.
I mean, I don't see how you can do that.
I mean, the wood grains are different. The trajectory, that's impossible.
Well, here's the thing. A bowler can almost put that bowling ball wherever he wants down. Like if he's a professional bowler.
What's a ball to the pin, though? Maybe 3 seconds, where this roulette spin is a good 10, 15 seconds?
That's a good point.
That's a lot more room for error there.
That's a good point.
There's a lot of things going on.
Mm-hmm.
And just when you hit that first bounce, that is 100% random what's going to happen there.
So many of my dreams have been crushed in that first bounce.
Yeah.
That's my But once again, I didn't learn how to play craps.
I know, every time I say that.
I went over there while you guys were playing at another table,
and
it was kind of empty. And I said, I want to learn how to play this game. She's like, you know how to play roulette? And I said, yeah. She goes, same principle. You got this and this, and then you do this and this. And I'm like, I don't know what you're saying.
Do you roll the die, or is that someone else doing it for you?
Yeah, you are the shooter. Like the people playing shoot the die.
That seems like you could cheat so easily. I mean, I can't, and I couldn't, but I feel like someone could do that easily.
But there's somebody there with the hook monitoring each throw of the die. So it's got to be. And I know from experience, like the one time I tried to play craps, because there's like 4 or 6 that they slide to you.
Yeah.
And then you're supposed to pick 2 and throw the 2. Well, the first time I played craps, and the only time I played craps, years and years ago, I walked up and happened to be the shooter. Mm-hmm. And he goes, new shooter. And so he like slid me, all the die on a hook. And so I picked up all 6 and threw them down, and the whole table hated me. Like everybody. Like I think there were verbal boos at the table. Yeah.
Sit the hell down.
Don't be a loser. Get him out of here. Boo.
That is the fear.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, though. I had a great time.
It was so much fun.
Yeah.
Like we had a little gathering here.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Played some old school games.
We did.
Some wrestling games we all know.
Mm-hmm.
Had some beverages, some Dixon donkeys, as I call them.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The Moscow Mules. We were introduced to the Moscow Mule.
Oh, yeah.
I enjoyed those.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We had a good time.
We played all kinds of fun stuff. You and I both, this is kind of an odd story. almost at the exact same time of the night, for no apparent reason, had terrible, almost hospital-inducing cramps in our legs.
Yes, we did.
And our quads.
Like, I honestly thought I might be dying.
That is so odd. Like, I don't do that.
Like, I'm laying in the bed by myself because my wife was out of town while we
Yeah.
were having the little gathering here for you. Mm-hmm. And I'm laying there in my bedroom, in my bed, alone, on my stomach, trying to stretch out my legs, thinking that I have done something, and it's just a matter of time for my heart to explode.
Me too.
I honestly thought.
Isn't that weird? The exact
That was going through my head.
The exact same. That's just odd.
Like, my quads cramped up big time.
Yeah.
And I think it might be from the really shitty food that we're not accustomed to eating.
You think so?
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense. That's the one thing that was different for both of us. But would that make your quads cramp up?
I don't know. I had a lot of
When's
sugar.
the last time a bad diet made your quads cramp up?
I had a lot of sugar.
Yeah, me
and I
too.
usually have very little sugar.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of sugar that night.
But I almost thought about the next day to Google what makes your quads cramp up, but I don't want to look that up.
No, you don't.
I don't want to go down that road. Don't go down that road.
Cancer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I've
Thanks.
got quad cancer.
I've
Awesome.
got quad cancer.
It was terrible. But yeah, it was fun. Fun weekend.
I'm glad you had a good time.
Hey, on the way, wasn't the ride back pretty eventful?
Yes, it was. Talk about the guy in the one comic shop.
Oh, so
The guy that got run over.
thankfully, and it was a fun. Usually, I don't like this, but the driver of our convoy coming back home is a hardcore retro game collector, and so he was kind of googling on the way home from Tunica to Nashville, which old comic shops and old retro video game stores there were. So we pretty much stopped at all of those
In Memphis.
In Memphis, yeah,
We spent a good half day in Memphis.
we did. And one of those particular stores, a shady little spot, a hole in the wall area. Now, did you go inside that one with us? I can't remember.
Oh, yeah. I was standing there when he was telling the story that you're about to tell.
So we walk in there, and I forget how the story happened. Some to the customer at the counter asked how the guy behind the counter's day was. The man behind the counter proceeds to say, "That's pretty good. It beats staying at home in a cast and being hit with a car in the jewelry shop," something like that.
Oh, yeah.
He goes
Very,
in-
way
Yeah,
out of the
nowhere.
way to get the guy to say,
And
what?
The guy's like, "What?" And the guy behind the counter is like, "Oh, you didn't see it online, man? It made national news."
Like 5 months ago.
Yeah, a few months ago, I was at the jewelry store next door. A car drove right through it. And he's going through his entry list, like, crushed C8 vertebrae, deviated septum, 13 stitches,
Heart palpitations.
turf toe. He's going through the whole thing. I'm like, man.
Gonorrhea.
And as he's doing this, I've
What?
got my phone out just typing Memphis jewelry store car crash. And so right when we leave this building, I start playing the YouTube video to see that. And it was
intense.
I hope it never happens to me or anyone I love, but that was pretty funny.
Yeah. Whoa!
Because the security camera of them inside the jewelry store just hanging out, minding their own business, and then a car driven by, I believe, like a 90-year-old man crashes through the front glass.
And he's standing there.
Yeah.
And he's just like swooped up over the hood.
Yeah.
But the best was the guy that was sitting in a chair off to the side because somehow the car just took his seat right out from underneath him.
Yeah.
And he's sitting on the hood.
Yeah.
When it's all said and done, he's sitting on the hood.
Yeah.
And he was in a seated position when the car came through the wall.
Just yoink. Yeah.
It was like a Scooby-Doo.
It was.
Scooby-Doo moment.
See, if you want, Google, I guess, Memphis jewelry store car crash? Maybe,
Yeah.
or car crashes into Memphis jewelry store. Mm-hmm. It was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, so we saw that happen. It was a good, fun time.
It was a lot of fun.
The whole drive home. Once again, terrible food choices.
Oh, so much bad
I
food.
mean, Twix
But it was
and
so good.
combos, and, man, that was rough.
That buffet, though.
Oh, they had a great buffet.
That buffet at the casino.
$30, well worth it.
Yeah.
They had frog legs in this buffet.
I've never had frog
Me
legs.
either. I still hadn't.
Did you have crab legs?
I didn't. Too much work, not enough meat.
Yeah, that's my whole thing.
Like all the ladies tell. What's that?
What?
What'd you say?
I don't know. But there was something else. It seems like there was something else that happened on the ride home that I can't remember. Oh, you shoving your sandwich in a chip bag
Oh, yeah.
and scaring the locals.
So we're at Schlotsky's, the classic deli establishment. And first off, Schlotsky's people. Even if we had the opportunity, I don't want Schlotsky's to sponsor the show.
Why not?
I love their product, but their sizing chart is all kinds of wacky.
It's just a regular.
Smalls, regulars, large, mediums, grandes. I don't know what they're doing here.
It's like working at Starbucks.
I know.
Yeah.
So I ordered something crazy. I thought a normal sandwich, but apparently it was the biggest sandwich they had.
Well, what was the key word that should have told you that?
Was it deluxe?
Deluxe.
See, I thought deluxe meant more like vegetables, more olives, more. I really thought the normal sandwich had meat and cheese, and deluxe had tomatoes, onions. I really did.
Yeah.
I did.
See, my initial thought would be the deluxe would have more meat on it.
I would think the classic is like meat and cheese, where the deluxe would have lettuce, olives, tomatoes.
But what did it have on it?
Just a lot more meat.
Yep.
A lot more meat. Mm-hmm. And so I could only finish half of it. Plan to take the other half on the road with me. But it's Schlotzsky's. They don't have a to-go thing, or they don't put it in a paper bag. So I finished my bag of chips, and as luck would have it, this half of the Schlotzsky's deli sandwich fit perfectly right in my used jalapeno kettle chip bag.
And you're sitting here like, I'm just going to take it with me. And I'm like, you're not taking a sandwich into the back seat in a chip bag.
Why not? It fit perfectly. I rolled it up.
Yeah.
And so I stick it in there.
Uh-huh.
Unbeknownst to you guys, or most people at the table didn't see that.
I was looking right at you.
And so I decided against it. Like, well, I'll take it out, I guess. As I pull it out of the chip bag, this pretty fancy couple walks by me, like a fancy family.
And they look at you as if they've just seen a Penn and Teller trick or illusion.
Because I'm pulling this sandwich out
of a
this
chip bag.
Yeah, yeah.
How did that happen?
It was a big day for them.
It must be magic.
That was right after we went to another comic shop in Memphis. Mm-hmm. How places like that are still open, I have no idea.
Online sales.
Man.
Has to be.
Now, like an Outer Limits comic shop we love here in the Nashville and Franklin area. Fantastic shop, honestly. Great shop. It's a good...
But they're always busy.
They are. But a place like that, man, I have no idea. They probably haven't sold anything that's not brand new off of the new comic shelves in a year. There's no way.
They've gone so far as to just make their own figures and try to sell them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The name of the store was Comics and Collectibles. That was the name of it.
Well, I mean, right to the point.
I guess.
If you Google comics and collectibles.
That probably won't come up.
But that was a lot of fun.
It was.
I had a good time.
Yeah.
It was one of my best sessions at roulette.
Yeah.
Probably my best session at roulette.
I really do want to
ever.
go back very soon. Very soon.
See? That's
Yeah.
how it is.
Uh-huh.
I told my wife that same thing. I was like, oh, when should we should go back soon,
Yeah.
And it's always funny because if you do really well, you want to go back as soon as you can.
Yeah.
But if you lose money, you're like,
it's all right.
Maybe next year sometime.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, I would be remiss if we didn't mention John Glenn.
Right.
American hero.
See, I just found out about it a few minutes ago. I just saw
American
this.
icon.
Yeah.
Died today at the age of 95. Mm-hmm. And he was the first American to orbit the Earth in outer space. Can you imagine that?
That's crazy. I mean, this the unknown aspect of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and if you want to see a great movie about that whole space story, go watch Armageddon. No, The Right Stuff.
Really? Yeah.
Uh-huh. And of course, he's a character in The Right Stuff.
Yeah.
He has to be.
Right.
And then he went back into space in 1997.
Mm-hmm.
So he would have been
Was it 97?
70.
I feel like that was a few years ago, but it was 97, wasn't
74?
it? Oh, yeah.
At the mid 70s, he goes back into space aboard the Space Shuttle Discovery.
Uh-huh.
And I remember it because it wasn't one of the. Cause I'd been in radio for a couple of years, and I remember doing that story on the radio.
Oh, really?
When John Glenn went back into space, and that was 20 years ago.
Wow. That's crazy.
Almost 20 years.
That feels like not long ago, but it was 20 years, like you said.
So
Yeah.
John Glenn.
Yeah. I just felt, like I said, a few minutes ago, I had no idea. Had a crazy day of taking my shirt off on the road and getting pulled over and doing things. The online aspect hasn't been a real deal for me today, so I just saw that.
You stayed away from the internet?
Well, I didn't mean to. It just kind of happened.
I just think it's odd that we joked around about Vincent Kennedy McMahon, chairman and CEO of World Wrestling Entertainment, being part of Donald Trump's cabinet.
Yeah.
Not Vince McMahon, but his wife, Linda McMahon, has been pegged as the, what's the official name they're giving her?
Was it Small Business Administration?
Small business. Yeah, she's going to head up the Small Business Administration.
Yeah.
So a McMahon is part of the Trump administration.
That's true. And someone told me on Facebook, and I agreed with him, this now makes two people of the administration that have been a victim of a stone cold stunner.
That's true.
I'm like, holy shit, you're right.
You got to put Steve Austin in there somewhere.
You have to.
Like, I don't know.
You have to.
Can he be like head of the National Board of Education or something?
Yeah, please.
He could be head of the Food and Drug Administration.
There we go. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, do that. That's crazy. That's mad. I know she's been a politician for, 15, 20 years now?
Yeah.
That's still crazy talk.
Yeah, because she's run for the Senate twice.
Yeah.
It's not like having Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
Like, she tried to separate herself from all that. Because I remember the last time she ran, her opponent got a hold of the footage of Linda McMahon kicking Jim Ross in the nuts on Raw. And incorporated that into a lot of his campaign.
Which how Hillary never used that against Trump?
I don't know.
No idea.
Is this the man you want? Just like being stunned.
She's probably afraid most people will be like, yeah, that is.
I got a sneaky suspicion.
Yeah, what's that?
I think there was a small percentage of voters in the South that voted for Donald Trump just because he was at WrestleMania.
That's possible.
I don't think I'm far off on that.
It's possible.
Very small percentage. Probably in the tens.
Yeah, but it's possible.
But I think they cast that vote for Donald Trump. They may have never voted before in their life, but my God, he's been at WrestleMania.
That's true.
I'm voting for that Donald Trump.
I can't think of two people who've taken the Stone Cold Stunner worse than those two have. Those are bad.
Only if Vince got picked for something, because he's had some pretty bad ones.
No, I think the very, very, very first Vince McMahon Stunner was fantastic. Remember the first one?
That was a good one.
It's like he just
Linda's
died right
is the
there.
worst
Oh,
ever.
boy, without a doubt.
Like, I don't even think Steve Austin made contact.
Oh, she just...
He just goes for it and she just falls over.
Trump's wasn't so good, but yeah. I mean,
do yourself a favor in this in this time of political upheaval, in the president of the divided states of America, according to Time Magazine.
That's what it's called.
Go find on YouTube Donald Trump being stunned.
Yes, please.
At WrestleMania.
Please do.
Even if you don't watch wrestling, even if you think wrestling's dumb, stupid, you don't care. I totally understand that. I totally get it.
This is important for our country.
Go watch Donald Trump.
That's funny.
Stunned at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
All about the money. Spider-Man trailer came out this week.
Oh, man.
Or a teaser.
Teaser trailer.
As we record this, we still haven't seen the full-length trailer yet.
I believe maybe... when does the Jimmy Kimmel show happen? What time is that for us?
Oh, that should
I'm
be
reading
on...
now it's going to be shown during that time.
Oh, we got about 30 minutes.
Okay, so it's possible before the end of the show we could see this and talk about it.
That's true.
Let's take a small break and come back, if that happens.
Oh, that would be awesome.
I'll keep checking the site.
To actually be able to see it.
Yeah.
But when, during the Jimmy Kimmel show, are they going to
That's true.
air it?
Maybe it'll be our Tuesday show.
And there was something that they tacked onto the end of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, really?
That I haven't seen yet, because I haven't seen this week's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. yet.
So
but there was supposed to be some sort of Marvel teaser at the end of that,
Really?
but I have no idea what it was.
What do you think of the Spider-Man teaser trailer?
I thought it was beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 15 seconds.
Yeah. Still pretty good, though.
You know, you see Hap.
Uh-huh.
You see a lot of Tony Stark reference.
Right, yeah.
So
that's good.
And then the thing that makes you the happiest.
The winged armpits. The old webs.
Which we've talked about this.
Oh, man.
Makes no sense.
I love the webbed armpits.
But what does make sense? Nothing.
It's like a flying squirrel.
He is like a flying squirrel.
I love that. He can go through the air, and it's kind of like it's good. It's a sugar glider. Kind of. Yeah.
It's a squirrel.
Yeah, it's a squirrel.
He's Squirrel Boy. The suit looks good.
I like it a lot. Big fan.
So I'm anxious to see the trailer. Maybe we will see it before the end of the show.
I think so.
That'd be cool.
Let's draw it out.
And so then...
you see
today...
the pudding pop of the...
Oh, really?
Oh, what?
Really?
When I talk slow, it goes to Bill Cosby.
Oh, taking it back to Bill Cosby, talking about his pudding pops. We're a week from Rogue One.
We
in
are.
addition to your wedding.
Yeah.
We're also a week from Rogue One. How do you feel a week out now? Because you've been kind of up and down on this.
I think there have been two of the most recent trailers I haven't even watched. I'm not up to date.
Really?
I'm just not because I have no interest. I don't want to know. I feel like this being a prequel, we already know too much. You know my thoughts on a prequel.
I don't
The
think...
magic of a prequel, it's hard to capture that because you know what's going to happen. You know no matter how
You know what happens in the big
I know.
story, but you
That's
don't
what's
know what's
important.
going to happen to these people.
I guess so. That's where the difference in this and the other prequels were, I guess.
Right. I mean, there was really no guessing.
Yeah, you also knew the full story, but you also knew, I mean, every single moment Obi-Wan is in danger, you know he's all right because he's alive later on.
Right, but when you see the heroes of this story,
I don't know.
they could be killed
Maybe
off. We don't
Forrest
know.
Whitaker dies. I don't know. One can hope.
I don't understand your Whitaker hate.
A, I'm not a big Whitaker fan. B, a pre-existing actor of that size shouldn't be in a Star Wars movie.
Well, now you're making weight jokes.
I'm a Qui-Gon Jinn hater as well for that same reason.
Really?
Yeah, he's my least favorite Jedi Master.
But what had he done up until a little movie called Schindler's List?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And Darkman.
Yeah, I don't like Qui-Gon. Everyone should hate Qui-Gon, right?
Nah.
He never goes to full spirit form, therefore he can't be too good.
I thought he was at the end of.
Right? Unless I'm mistaken. I'm pretty sure he's not.
I thought it when they redid the. No, that was before.
What?
If you watch Return of the Jedi now,
Yeah.
how many ghosts are at the end, and who are they?
We have Hayden Christensen as Anakin Skywalker's there now.
Right, I knew that.
You have Yoda and Obi-Wan. Oh, no, I guess that is Hayden. No? Yeah, and Obi-Wan, which version of
Ewan
Obi-Wan?
McGregor?
Is it Ewan McGregor?
Or is it
I think it's
Old Man Obi-Wan?
Alec McGinnis, yeah.
Alec Guinness.
I think it's Old Man Obi-Wan.
Alan McGinnis.
Old Man Obi-Wan, Yoda, and young Vader.
Alec McGinnis. Alan McGinnis.
Alec McGillicuddy.
But
But, I mean, Qui-Gon shouldn't be in
so
there.
he's not there.
No. As he shouldn't be.
Is Jar Jar there?
No.
I want a Jar Jar ghost.
I want to see how far that master line goes back, because we know, of course, who trained Qui-Gon?
Yoda?
I want to know this. I want to know.
Was it Yoda?
No. I mean, possibly, but they never speak of it.
Yeah, because Yoda's like, 300 years old
900.
or something? 9.
Yeah.
1,000 years old.
Yeah. Don't throw your head up like that.
I'm a 1,000-year-old puppet.
Yoda hater. 1,000-year-old puppet.
And I'm the most important member of the Jedi clan in this movie.
Yes, he is.
And I'm a 1,000-year-old guy with somebody's hand up my ass. Right now.
Right now.
I'm a green frog-looking thing that kind of sounds like Kermit.
Yeah. Qui-Gon Jinn gets taken down by Darth Maul easily, or his little apprentice.
Uh-huh.
Obi-Wan takes him down, slices him in half.
You know, there's new rumors
Weak
floating
sauce,
around.
man. What's that?
New rumors floating around that Rey may be related to Obi-Wan. Theories are starting to bubble up that because Ewan McGregor, I guess, has said that he's involved in some level.
Really? Yeah, I remember. Yeah. He
Like-
even came back and did some audio for
Yeah.
Episode 7.
Like some flashbacks or something?
Yeah.
So it's possible.
The first time she touches that saber, it's like a small clip of him speaking, Ewan McGregor.
But as young as she is, there's no way her dad is young Obi-Wan.
Or it could be grandfather, I mean, something. But if it doesn't continue the Skywalker legacy, I'll be personally mad about that.
And they do say that, it's the Skywalker saga.
The Star Wars saga is about Skywalkers.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's why you get the scroll.
Yeah.
You get the scroll with those.
Yeah.
So you're going to scroll and a no scroll
See?
on Rogue One.
No scroll.
I don't think you're going to be disappointed.
I
Because
hope
from
not.
what I've heard, you get the logo, no scroll, but right into the action.
Okay.
Yeah. Like you won't even miss the scroll.
You can't say that.
You won't even know. You won't even know it's not there.
I love the scroll.
You do get the long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Okay.
So you get the logo,
Logo.
long time ago in a galaxy far, far away,
Uh-huh.
right into the action.
With no force. Just blasters and
There's
and
force.
space samurai
Vader's in it.
swords. I know, but how long?
It's time. It's time. It's Vader
I'm
time.
afraid he's the Rhino of this movie. Hey, Rhino's in Amazing Spider-Man 2. Did you hear?
Don't blink.
No, 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 no.
In retrospect, I don't think that movie's as bad as people say it is.
Amazing Spider-Man 2?
Yeah.
I can't stand by that statement. I think it's terrible.
It's not as bad. I mean, it's really on par with that first one.
No.
Yeah.
Have you seen Electro? Did you see what happened to him? It fixed his teeth.
Nah.
That fixed his teeth.
Yeah.
They gave him Invisalign happened right there, instantly.
Electricity's an amazing thing. It's possible.
Wait, and I'm not usually want to say that because I think there's no such thing, but way too many villains. It was like a gauntlet. Electro dies, then Goblin comes in, then Rhino shows up. I mean,
Well,
come
the
on,
whole
man.
thing was they were building towards Sinister Six.
Good Lord. It starts with the Terrible 3 at first.
And
huh?
then 6 people went to see The Amazing Spider-Man 2, and that killed that whole thing.
Yeah, something happened. Something somewhere. Because I love 1. I'll say I love it. And I'd hate 2. I can't think of any other movie that dropped that far. Can you think of one from episode 1 or part 1 to part 2 that dropped so badly?
Ghostbusters.
No. No.
Yeah.
Blues Brothers in 2000. That happened.
Yeah. Oh, it's interesting. I was reading an article. It was kind of an old article.
Yeah.
But it was naming movies that you hate that you should go back and watch again.
Yeah.
Because you will not hate them as much as you think you do.
Really?
Ghostbusters 2 and Blues Brothers 2000 was on that same list.
That's funny.
And maybe I should do this because I haven't seen Blues Brothers 2000 in a long time.
I saw it opening night in theaters. I haven't seen it since.
But the argument that it made was you were expecting so much when you went to see it, but if you watch it now, it just feels like a continuation of Blues
Really?
Brothers.
Huh.
Yeah. Because the humor and the writing and the directing of that movie was kind of out of time when it came out.
Uh-huh.
Because it was the same people, from the same people that brought you Blues Brothers.
Yeah.
With the exception of John Belushi. everybody else was involved. And so the article made the point that if you watch Blues Brothers 2000 now, it would just feel like a continuation of the first one.
Now, when did the first Blues Brothers come out?
It did say, as much as you try to pretend like you don't mind Ghostbusters 2, you do end up hating it.
No, it's all right.
Blues Brothers 2000 came out in 98.
When did the first one come out, though?
1980.
Yeah.
1980 is when the first one
So
came
it's like
out.
the same amount of time between the two as from now.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Uh-huh.
That's crazy to think about.
Yeah. It was either 79 or 80. I think it was 80.
That's what I thought around then.
Yeah.
So like 18 years between then and between now.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Wow.
What else was on that list? Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
People say they hate it.
I know, but
Yeah.
the argument that it made was if you go back and watch it now, you will not hate it as much as you
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. But it says that, and I remember this, going to watch that movie and being so psyched because part of the Indiana, you don't know this, but part of the Indiana Jones mythology is when the Paramount logo comes on the screen, it always fades into something in the movie. I remember in the third Indiana Jones movie, it was Devil's Tower or Devil's Canyon or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because that's where because you almost get like a little prequel scene in the third movie with a young Indiana Jones. In the second one, it was the gong in the club where one day the future Miss Steven Spielberg was singing. And I can't remember what it was for Indiana Jones. But yeah, or Raiders. But in the fourth one, in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, Paramount logo fades out. You're in the middle of a desert and a prairie dog pops out of a hole.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And it said from that scene forward, they lost the audience.
Really?
Because it just seems silly.
Sounds kind of like having a Star Wars movie with no scrolling text.
I don't know. I'm going to make an allowance because it's not. I mean, I think that's actually kind of cool. We're going to keep that exclusive to the which they're saying after this third one, that may be it for the Skywalker saga. I don't believe that.
After the third, like episode 9?
Yeah, episode 9. Yeah. So you'll have another trilogy, and then that will wrap up the Skywalker. So everything after that will be expanded universe movies.
It's odd because we're just a year out from episode 8, correct?
Yes.
They would have to show something.
This time next year, we'll be going to see episode 8.
Wouldn't they show episode 8 footage or a teaser or something at Rogue One?
Have they started filming it yet?
I mean, they showed the first teaser for episode 7 a year and a half out.
Oh, I don't know.
You know what I mean? They did.
Yeah.
That's how early that was.
Mark Hamill was on The Flash the other night.
Really? Oh, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, because he's been on as the Trickster the past 2 seasons.
Yeah.
He was in a quick scene where Barry traveled to Earth 3, and that Flash, which is John Wesley Shipp, Jay Garrick Flash is fighting his Trickster, who is Mark Hamill.
Oh, wow.
So for just a couple of minutes, it was basically the
Flash.
old 90s Flash again, which I thought was actually kind of cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Mark Hamill looked more like the Joker than the Trickster.
Really?
Yeah. He even had more of his Joker voice going.
Yeah.
So it was kind of cool. Yeah. I assume that in Gamers Corner, we have some Nintendo news.
We do, yeah, quite a bit.
Because I saw something on Tonight Show last night.
Yeah, see, I didn't see that, so maybe you can talk more about it. I know what happened, or I know things that happened, but maybe you can speak of what you saw.
I zoned out. I kept watching it specifically for the Nintendo stuff.
Right.
And as soon as and now we got some Nintendo information, I zoned out.
You sleep when you hear the N-word.
Yeah.
Nintendo, that is.
We'll do Gamers Corner.
Next.
Hey, Kevin.
Hey, Cornflake.
So we host the Flopcast.
We cover nerd and geek subjects of all types, but this is sort of a sillier, goofier side of geekdom, I'd say.
We love to talk about music, especially funny music.
We talk about comic books, conventions.
Saturday morning cartoons.
Oh, yeah. I'd say if you're going to put the Flopcast in Brady Bunch terms, we're like the cousin Oliver of podcasting. And we do a ridiculous new Flopcast episode every week.
What is wrong with us?
We really have nothing else to do. We're part of the Earth Station 1 podcast network.
And you can find us at flopcast.net.
Grab your joystick.
This game is an atrocity.
It's time for Gamers Corner.
I think it'll make a person become insane.
Gamers Corner brought to you by the Amazon store at esopodcast.com. 'Tis the season for gift buying.
Bing, 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 bing.
regardless of the holiday that you're celebrating, usually there's some sort of gift exchange involved. Because that's how we do things in America.
Yeah. You and Parson Brown can come in together and buy a gift for each other.
Okay.
No?
Do you remember the parody song, Later On If You Wanna, We Can Dress Like Madonna?
No.
Walking Around in Women's Underwear.
Oh, yeah.
Was the name of the song.
I do. Yeah.
And it wasn't Parson Brown, it was Murphy Brown.
Oh,
to date that song. We can dress like Murphy Brown. Walking around in women's underwear. Bob Rivers.
Yeah.
Bob Rivers has my favorite holiday song.
What's that?
The 12 Pains of Christmas.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Maybe we'll close with 12 Pains of Christmas.
You're bringing it back. Forgot about all that.
I want a transformer. Shut up, you. She's a witch. I hate her. All this fun can be found in the Amazon store at esopodcast.com.
That's true.
If bookmarking is still a thing, which I don't believe it is,
Your
usually
favorites?
we just start typing in and then it comes up in our browser.
Yeah.
Unless you're one of those that erases your browser.
Yeah, you cookie clearers.
I
know about you.
Every time you log out.
Private browsers.
Go to esopodcast.com, go through the Amazon store, and then it's always going to be there when you start to do your Amazon shopping.
Bam. Why would you not do that? Nothing extra to you. It helps the people around you.
It helps some good folks.
Yeah.
Some good people.
Yeah.
Hey, look, it's Adam.
Hey, look. I have some gaming new releases, It's that time of year where the big biggies are upon us.
I'll be the judge of that.
But first, let's start with two smallies. There's a game we talked about last year, and it's finally on the Xbox One. Tennis in the Face. Nice. On the Xbox One.
Tennis in the butt?
No. That was what you thought it was last year, but finally.
Tennis in the butt.
Or in the face is on Xbox One finally. Also this week we have on the PC, Coffee Shop Tycoon is out. That could be a fun one to run.
Oh, didn't the guy that runs Starbucks announcing he's retiring?
Yeah, well, he's stepping down as CEO.
Oh, okay.
Same thing pretty much.
Yeah.
That company's going downhill for many reasons. Some we'll talk about later on.
I hear they're losing people left and right.
That's what I hear too. Third up on the list, kind of a big one on the PC and Xbox One, Deadrising 4. It's a big deal, I'm a Deadrising fan. Didn't like 3 so much, but 1 was amazing and 2 was all right. So
I can't play that game.
That's true. On your PC you could.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're a PC. Yeah. You're a PC guy.
But it's for console. It's Microsoft exclusive.
It is.
Correct?
Yeah. It's a Microsoft game. So Xbox One and PC, Deadrising 4. But if you are a PS4 owner like yourself, you have this week to jump for joy because this game I've been looking forward to for almost a decade now. A PS4 exclusive called The Last Guardian. You heard that game before?
I have.
Yeah. So made by Team Ico. Some say Eco. I like Ico. They also put out Ico. They put out Shadow of the Colossus. And the follow-up to this, it's been really, this was teased on the PS2. It was confirmed for the PS3, and now it's finally coming out on PS4. That's how long it's been in development. Almost 10 years now. The Last Guardian is available.
These games are always terrible.
No.
Yes.
Take a decade to make?
Yeah.
I don't know.
The ones they talk about and...
I don't know, man.
Yeah, what was the one that ended up having the kid from X-Men in it?
Oh, yeah. Quantum Break, yeah. But
ladies and gentlemen, Quantum Break. What was that shitty Elder Scrolls game that took forever?
Which one?
Skyrim.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm joking.
But yeah,
I'm JKing.
If people asked me, they did ask me at the Grand Old Gamer Expo, and the crowd, they asked, or maybe you asked that because we didn't have much of a crowd. You asked what games we're looking forward to the most coming up, and I said The Last Guardian. Even though I don't have a PS4, I named The Last Guardian. I can admit.
So you left Red Dead Redemption for me.
Yeah.
That was nice of you.
It's a good one as well. That is all I have for the gaming new releases. Some big biggies in there, though.
Oh, we're in Studio B.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
We couldn't wait 3 more weeks like we said last week.
No.
If you're new to the Adam and JP show, through most of the year, the studio that we record in is actually located in my garage. It's my garage.
Way to throw it out there.
And, it is what it is.
It's fun, though.
I love hanging out in the garage.
Yeah.
I feel like you come over like we're kids again.
Yeah.
We're playing make-believe in the garage. Not that me and you ever hung out when we were kids, but that's a totally different subject.
Right.
When it gets cold, during the cold weather months, we have to come to the room right above the garage.
Yeah.
So it could sound a little different this week.
Maybe.
I think it does sound different. So when I do this, I have to be a lot quieter than I normally have to be.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Not doing any of that. Not doing any of that.
Oh, yeah.
So, gaming news.
Still pretty creepy. Almost even creepier when it's quiet.
Hello, Adam.
You want to talk about it pretty bad. Let's get it off our chest. The Nintendo Switch was shown on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. I haven't seen this, so I don't know the details, but I know it was shown. It's also reported to play GameCube games now. They're totally skipping the Wii and the Wii U generation of gaming, but the GameCube games are playable, reportedly, on the Nintendo Switch. And I believe they had a hands-on first experience with that. Did you see any of that? You said you fell asleep, so you have nothing to give.
The last time I saw something like this on The Tonight Show, it was the Kinect.
Kinect, yeah, that was a big deal.
Yeah.
Man.
And they made it look great, didn't they?
Jimmy Fallon has been there for so long now.
I think that was Conan.
You sure? Are you sure?
I think so.
I feel like that was Jimmy. I'm like, wow, Jimmy's a gamer.
I
He
think
had the suit on and stuff, no?
It might have been Conan.
Really?
Doing the Kinect stuff.
I don't know.
It might have been Jimmy
Yeah,
Fallon.
either way, it was close. It
might have been on Late Night.
Yeah.
When he was doing Late Night.
That's true.
But yeah, I mean, I started watching it. I'm like, I better watch this because we're recording tomorrow.
Yeah. It happens.
Oh, look, there's a Trump tweet. And that was it.
Speaking of Nintendo, though, they've reported, Nintendo of America, that more NES classics are being shipped to stores every single day. So if you want one before Christmas, just check every outlet.
Really?
Every day.
Because, see, word got to me
they
today.
They don't say to every store every day, but they're being shipped every day.
That, someone within the circle, well, not our inner circle, my wife's inner circle, has 3.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah. They had to go to a place called Lewisburg, Tennessee to find these.
I'm aware of Lewisburg.
Which made me think, if you start going to the rural areas outside of...
I think people in Lewisburg don't care about the NES Classic.
Exactly. So it's probably just like a gold mine of NES classics. Huh. There's probably an Atari Jaguar in there.
Both of our hometowns have Walmart,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's true.
We should check it out.
Yeah.
I don't want to go back.
I'll just wait till after Christmas.
Yeah. The PS4 was the highest selling console in the U.S. in the month of November. It's been about 4 or 5 months. The Xbox going strong. Now, oddly enough, despite losing Black Friday sales to the Xbox One, the whole month was in the PS4's pocket.
What does that tell you?
I don't know.
Everybody wants a PS4 for Christmas.
No, whenever the Xbox One was winning, you said it's because everyone had their PS4 already. They had to go to the Xbox One.
But now people are like, I want a PS4 for Christmas.
Oh, my second PS4. For Christmas. It's so good, I want 2.
I want 2. I want one for every room in the house.
Now, as we teased earlier, Pokemon Go.
Did we tease this?
We didn't tease that yet.
No, we talked about it off air.
What we teased earlier was that Starbucks is going downhill with a quickness. For many reasons we can and can't talk about. Starbucks is...
I hear they're losing people left and right.
Left and right. Losing people left and right. Starbucks is going downhill, I tell you. One of those reasons, not really a cash grab. Honestly, Starbucks is the highest it's ever been. But Pokemon Go and Starbucks have teamed up. So now more than 7,800 Starbucks have either become a Pokestop or a Pokegym in the actual physical location. And now Starbucks is even carrying Pokemon Frappuccinos.
Something...
in-game and in real world.
Something horrible just occurred to me.
What's that?
I'm going to have to pay when I go to Starbucks now.
Oh, yeah. You just lost a lot of money.
Damn it.
That's true. I guess I can let the cat out of the bag for that, right? I've been at Starbucks for a long time.
Yeah.
Let's say it. It's been 12 years. I've worked there.
You've been gainfully employed.
It's true. That's been the, the crutch for my Adam and JP show time.
As long as we've been doing this show,
yeah.
You've maintained some sort of employment at Starbucks.
That's true, yeah. I sure have.
The entire run.
Finally quitting that mess.
Yeah. Well, hey.
What?
I can... We don't want to burn bridges.
I think I do want to burn this one.
No, you don't.
I thought about doing something...
No, you don't.
I thought about doing something terrible my last day where I'm unhireable and I can't come back.
I suggest you don't do that.
I've been there for so long, the day I'm leaving, my last day, the district and the regional manager coming to see me out.
That's nice.
Yeah, it sounds like an arrest, but...
Is this an escort? Is this a perp walk?
Are your hands behind your back for a reason, or
perp you're going to have your shirt on?
But yeah, it's been 12 years. C'est la vie.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah, Pokemon Go and Starbucks. They have teamed up.
Well, good luck in your future endeavors.
What, did you just release me from the WWE?
I did.
Jeez. That is all I have for gaming news and Gamers Corner.
Well, we are winding down 2016, so I thought it would be fun if over the next few shows, with the exception of Tuesday, which I've got to do it. Like from now on, for the foreseeable future, which could just be 2 weeks, I don't know. I don't know how we do things here.
No one knows.
It's officially we're bringing back Creepy Tuesday.
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we did that whole one world government and Georgia Guidestones last week.
That went on a tangent, didn't it?
That was crazy. And I'm hoping the same happens this week. Because this week, coming Tuesday, what's the deal with FEMA camps?
What is the deal with the FEMA?
We're going to talk all about FEMA camps
Yeah.
on Tuesday's show.
I'm down for that. But have you thought more about the globalization?
No, I stand by everything I said.
Okay. Me too. What you said, not me.
No. Have you thought more about it?
I haven't gone back and listened yet. I would like to.
You should.
Yeah. I'm curious.
Yeah.
But let it be known, what I said last week was meant with the best of intentions. I was being compared to Stalin's and Hitler's. I meant like
Who compared you to Stalin?
I mean, like we kept bringing those in Genghis Khan's up and world domination.
Oh.
Domination's a bad word. I think unity.
Well, no, my only point was
Yeah, here we go.
that the only way you can have one controlling government over the entire world
unity is by domination. Is that what you're trying to mean?
by domination.
Within a quick sentence, the only way to have unity is by domination.
And it would never work.
And my dream upon a dream is I wish that weren't the case.
It would be so
I guess
corrupt.
we can wrap it up there.
Yeah. Put a pin in that.
Yeah.
We're going to do FEMA camps on Tuesday.
Okay.
And before we close out today's show, I thought we could look back at some of the stuff that we talked about this year.
Okay. You have those down? Wow, you do.
Yeah, I have
the logs there.
I have a couple of things written down.
Yeah.
And I wanted to go through like stuff that we talked about a lot.
Yeah.
And I think one of the surprises of the year was Stranger Things on Netflix.
Yeah. It came out of nowhere.
It did.
It did, yeah.
I remember like when the trailer was released, we talked about it. It's like, yeah, there's this kind of quirky show that looks like it's from the 80s. It's going to be on Netflix. Mm-hmm. And that was 3 months before it came out.
Yeah.
And then when it hit, yeah, they knocked it out of the park.
I had no plans to watch it. I didn't see the teaser trailer like everyone else did. It was about almost a week before it came out or after it came out before I gave it a shot. Mm-hmm. Everyone at work and social media was blowing up with Stranger Things. And I think I told you the story. I came home that night to watch it. I pitched it to my fiance. I come home and I'm like, you know what? I think tonight we should try Stranger Things. And she gives the side eye and she's like, go on. I'm like, no, the show, the Netflix show.
Is that why you have a goat?
Proceed. But no, it was good.
Is that why you have a goat and a back massager?
I watched that. That's the fastest I've ever binged anything on Netflix.
It was really good.
Yeah.
Also staying with Netflix, Luke Cage.
Yeah, fantastic.
So impressed with Luke Cage.
Right, yeah.
And Daredevil Season 2.
Uh-huh.
That was really good. Anything else? Any of the on-demand stuff? Oh, you were a big fan of
11/22/63.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
On Hulu.
Yeah, that was really
Which
good.
was a great show.
And oddly enough, even with the Stephen King story, it was a good wrap-up to it.
It did.
I was for sure the last episode, here we go. This is the end of it. I mean, literally, this is going to be bad.
I should read that book to see if they didn't work the ending out.
Yeah, it's possible.
They might have. Because I thought it had a decent ending.
Yeah. Because once again, it's one of those things, you know how this will end.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
We were in the timeline where things didn't change, so things didn't change.
You know, it's interesting. There's a TV show called Timeless on NBC that's a time travel. Time travel's the thing now.
I hear that's good, but the ratings are terrible. That's what I'm hearing.
It's pretty good. The ratings are terrible. It's coming along. How about that?
Yeah.
That's the one the ratings are terrible because the first 3 episodes seem to not really hit the mark. Mm-hmm. And then the last 3 or so have been pretty good.
I do want to see it.
And the interesting thing about Timeless is they take history as we know it, and then by the end of the episode, it could be changed a little bit, which I think is kind of bold because, you know, usually what you see happen is something happens that history is how we know it. But in that show, they'll change history just like Lincoln's assassination was changed in that show.
Really?
Uh-huh. Huh. And I just think that's an interesting concept.
Does it stay within a certain time period? I mean, any time is...
No, they can jump around. They do there's a lot of Back to the Future references.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
A lot. Like they got stranded in the 1700s, and they needed like a capacitor. And one of the characters, you mean like a flux capacitor?
That's funny.
Yeah, I think you should give Timeless a shot. It's a decent time travel show.
Yeah.
I think Legends of Tomorrow is better this year as far as like time travel stuff.
I need to watch that.
Yeah, they really upped their game this season. I think it's a lot better than it was last year. Movies.
Yeah.
What would you say is maybe if you had to maybe list your favorite 1 or 2 movies of 2016?
Captain America: Civil War wins out for me, for sure. I would say close second is Deadpool. I enjoyed that much more than I thought I would.
Yeah.
What am I missing? I'm trying to name non-comic movies, but those are the highlights for me this year.
Yeah, well, the ones that we talked about a lot, for sure.
Yeah.
Batman v Superman, we talked a lot about.
Yeah.
A lot.
And you can't even call me a DC hater because I went into Suicide Squad with such high expectations and hopes. I was a fan of that movie. I was championing that movie before it even came out.
Yeah.
And I saw it and it sucked.
Yeah.
I do think, of all people I know, though, I enjoyed that the least for some reason. I don't know why that is.
Yeah, I mean, again,
because you can't say it was overhyped. Like, I was hyped up for Civil War going into it, and that went beyond my expectations.
But, I mean, Marvel just has that.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, a lot of people say, you overhyped it. You got yourself worked up. And you can't say that because I was hyped for Civil War.
Yeah.
And that blew me out of the water.
You know, I still haven't seen Civil War a second time.
Same here.
I've only seen it the one time in the theater.
I saw it at a friend's house, illegally.
Is that legal?
Well, parts of it. I'm like, show me Giant Man, please.
I know about those illegal movies.
I'm jonesing for the Giant Man.
Hey, we're going to watch this. Not at my house, you're not.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad, we talked a lot about. Deadpool, we talked a lot about. Batman v Superman. Doctor Strange, we talked a lot about.
Is The Founder out yet?
No, it's been bumped to. It should be coming out probably in the first couple of months of 2017 because I think they're trying to get it in for Oscar contention.
Wow, it'll be one of those.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Yeah.
It is one of those.
Yeah.
From everything I've read and heard, this is one of those Oscar contender movies.
Because we did have the Adam and JP summer movie special this year,
and you said The Founder was going to be your favorite.
I was on the spot.
I've read where the what was it that got pushed back? There was a big movie coming out that got pushed back.
Mm-hmm.
It was like one of the pop cult, like one of the geek movies. I can't remember what it was. I know Chips got bumped up 5 months.
That's good. But of the released comic movies this year, can you rank your favorite to least favorite?
Favorite to least favorite is going to be of the comic films. 2016, and we'll say like the mainstream comic.
Right. Yeah.
Civil War is my favorite.
There are just 5. Am I correct? 3 Marvel, 2 DC. Am I wrong in that?
No, I think you're right.
No, we forgot about X-Men Apocalypse. Did you ever see that yet?
X-Men. Yeah, I went to see X-Men
okay.
Apocalypse.
Yeah, so we have 6.
Civil War is my favorite. Doctor Strange would be 2. Suicide Squad 3.
Really? What?
No, Deadpool 3. Deadpool 3.
That was almost an aneurysm.
Then Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Then X-Men. Then Batman v Superman.
Okay.
But Suicide Squad and X-Men are probably interchangeable.
Yeah, I would swap.
You could probably swap those. But top 3 is definitely Civil War, Doctor Strange, Deadpool.
Gotcha. Okay.
And it'll be interesting to see what they do with Deadpool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
With all the problems with the director and if they've got that sorted out.
I think they should be all right. I think so.
I mean, it's going to make tons of money.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The question isn't going to be disappointing or audience-pleasing again like the first one was. So we'll see.
I know we're a ways out, but I'm so excited for Logan. So excited.
I was just about to say, I think the new Wolverine movie is going to be the dark horse of next year.
You know, I'm not a huge Wolverine fan whatsoever, but I'm pumped to see that movie.
I'm pumped for
like good filmmaking.
For every comic book film coming out next year, I'm pumped for.
Yeah.
Even Justice League and Wonder Woman.
Yeah, because we didn't talk about the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 trailer yet.
No, well, we talked about the first one that came out.
Well, this new one, the actual a minute and a half long one. This is no longer the teaser. This is the full trailer.
It's a full trailer.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
A lot of Baby Groot, and that was fine.
Yeah.
It's a little more, happy.
I mean, there's something just comfortable about the Guardians team.
Right.
And you instantly get back into that comfort whenever you see any of that. I mean, I was so surprised by that movie.
Me too. Had they announced
and in like a fantastic way.
Have they announced who the forgettable villain's going to be yet? I say that with love. That's how good Marvel movies are. The villains can be terrible. And
I know
still a
Kurt Russell is in it, but I don't know if he's the villain or not.
I think he's Star-Lord's dad, right?
He's Star-Lord's dad.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean he's a good guy, though.
That's true. That's true.
Okay, so through the miracle of modern technology, we actually just watched the Spider-Man Homecoming trailer.
We did.
We made it happen.
Yeah.
We waited long enough to watch it to get our reaction on this episode.
Yeah.
I'll let you go first.
Man. I'm blown away.
It's pretty cool, wasn't it?
Very cool, yeah.
Yeah.
I had almost forgotten Michael Keaton was a big part in that movie. The villain at that. The Vulture.
He's Vulture.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of Tony Stark.
Yeah, a lot of Tony Stark.
This stuff from the teaser wasn't even in the trailer.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah. Like that stuff you saw in the teaser, if you haven't seen it, surely you've seen the trailer by now.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's online now.
The first-person things and the briefcase by Mr. Stark.
Man. Yeah, that's not in the trailer at all.
And once again, how Marvel does it so well, this is a teen, almost teen comedy.
Yeah.
It's
like a John Hughes movie.
Holy crap.
This is like the John Hughes film of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. How they all kind of have a theme to it. This is clearly the teen comedy John Hughes type movie.
We've spoken of it before because we've heard another podcast talk about it as well. That's how Marvel does it right compared to a DC. They make not just superhero movies, but movies with superheroes. And that way anybody can come see it. Like anybody who likes a teen comedy could care less about Spider-Man or couldn't care less, but they can go see this and love it.
Right.
Whereas if you go see Batman v Superman, you have to care about those characters to get any enjoyment out of it. And then odds are you still won't.
Some highlights in this trailer. Michael Keaton, not only as the Vulture quickly, but also him being very evil.
The Tony Stark humor, that Robert Downey Jr. humor.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
And then that last scene in the trailer
with
Spider-Man swinging and Iron Man flying
behind him. They do that
him.
stuff that no fans would think they would never see that in their lives.
Yeah.
To see Spider-Man and Iron Man together on screen. Flying through the skies.
Spider-Man holding a ship that's been split in half together with spider webs.
Yeah, and that suit, man, the technology behind that suit now is so much more advanced and thought out.
I know.
It's not just some spandex he's throwing on. There's actually thought behind it.
But the highlight for us is seeing the Marriott Hotel in Atlanta, Georgia, featured in this movie.
I saw that drop down of the floor design. I'm like, I've shot the exact same shot many times every year. That's what it is.
And it is the Marriott in Atlanta.
Wow.
It's just, now I'm sure when it plays in the movie, it'll be something in Manhattan.
Right, yeah.
But when you see the Vulture fall down, that's actually the Marriott Hotel.
Yeah.
In the Marriott Marquis in Atlanta.
Wow.
So there you go.
There we go.
Trailer for Spider-Man Homecoming.
Nice.
Now tied with Guardians as far as the movie I'm looking forward to most next year.
Right, yeah.
Because that trailer was amazing.
That was awesome.
What a great way to end the show.
Man. And I'm surprised. I think they have skipped the actual origin story. They may show a brief,
I'm sure
brief. You think they'll do some quick pearls and popcorn in the beginning there? That's it?
I like him sitting in the classroom and
like
he
daydreaming.
About when he fought with the Avengers against the Avengers.
Yeah.
Because they have that one quick clip of him and Giant Man.
Yeah.
It was great.
Wow.
I'm telling you, man, Marvel.
Yeah, they know what's up.
Make mine Marvel.
Right.
Hey, join us Tuesday when we have Creepy Tuesday. We'll talk about conspiracy theories. And this week, a conspiracy theorist favorite, FEMA camps.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about FEMA camps?
Nothing at all. Do you think Bernie Sanders calls them femur camps?
Femur. There's no femur camps in China.
No femur in China.
Check us out online, adamandjp.com.
Twitter and Instagram at adamandjp and facebook.com/adamandjp as well.
I'm Jay Patrick. That's Adam.
This is the Adam and JP Show.
Face Sealer.
This has been a production of the Adam and JP family of on-demand talk radio.
AdamandJP.com.
Right now.
This has been a broadcast of the ESO Network, your station for all things geek, classic, current, and beyond. Be part of the crew at ESONetwork.com.